Do you feel that the pandemic really perhaps like changed or kind of changed the direction of the projects you were working on, or did you see it have an impact at all?
Definitely. Like I went from like strictly doing public art projects and trying to find funding for public art projects to being able to actually specifically digital art projects, getting like digital art in the like IRL spaces, but to being able to like have the opportunity to work with artists to help them sell their work, because all of a sudden there was this need to kind of like further explore digital art. The Beeple sale happened. Don't even I like hate mentioning that at this point, but like that, so many things happen to get us to where we are now. And I think the pandemic definitely accelerated that and allowed for a lot of people like myself to kind of like rethink the way that we work with digital art and like the way that we monetize. And I would say like back then, like, oh gosh, we were working on the One Time Square Metaverse project for New Year's Eve during the pandemic, and it was before the Beeple sale. Again, I can't believe I'm saying that. And I had to beg them basically to like let us do digital artworks like in the space, and it was just what made the most sense to me as a curator, because we're creating like we're putting art in the metaverse. It's that's native to the space. Like, why wouldn't we do digital art? And so anyway, right after that project happened, like the NFT space just like blew up, and every single artist in that show, or most artists in that show, are now like huge NFT artists. So it was just like really interesting. But there was just definitely a massive shift between the way the way I would pitch a brand then to now, or not a brand, I should say, like a space, to really like consider creating more room for digital art, because again, we were just very much culturally in a different kind of conversation and space. And I think there's a lot of people looking at digital art. Obviously, there's been a lot of extremely dedicated people in this space for a long time. Don't want to take anything away from that, but when it came to the majority of projects that were happening and that were being funded, it wasn't like it prominently digital art projects. So like it's massively changed. Then all of a sudden NFT NYC happened, and like the entirety of Times Square in real life was full of digital art. So it's just like night and day, crazy shift. And yeah, so the pandemic accelerated the heck out of this, and my entire business model definitely changed. We went more from an agency model to a gallery model, hybrid kind of situation. And yeah, a lot more opportunity happened. And I don't know, I think like if you look at the artists that I've worked with over time, like I don't even have to say anything. Like it's like the trajectory and the path is like there, and it's clear, and it's exciting. It's very, very exciting for those who were able to like do really well because of what's happened. Although the pandemic is obviously like super tragic, but this was definitely something good that came out of it, I think. But time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I can really relate to what you're saying. It was a really big year for me as an artist. Although I was very scared and the pandemic was awful, but it's good that there was a little bit of a silver lining for digital art. And it somehow happened to be the year that digital artists were able to like really accelerate their work, and people started to kind of respect that medium a lot more than before.
Exactly.